Hey guys, today I just wanted to spin a little wool from the fleece on a drop spindle for you. Thought it'd be a nice departure from what we've been doing in the last few episodes. I am going to just take this from the lock like it would be in the fleece. This has been washed, but we haven't picked or carded it. And I'll tease out the end a little bit, and then I will tease out the base, and then what I do is I will just draft the lock out just a little bit, and this will give me kind of a roving to work from with the drop spindle. Alright. So what I'm going to show today is the park and draft method, because I think this could help a lot of people pick it up pretty quick. This is a park and draft method I use, which is to add a lot of twist in the in maybe 6 inches or a foot of yarn here, and then after you've over twisted it, you can actually just draft out while it's parked on your foot. Not on your foot, but on your leg. I park mine right beside my leg so that I don't have to hold it together with my thighs. That gets kind of tiring after a while. Maybe not for some of you, but I do not have those thigh muscles. So then I just let it hang on my leg here, and it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't roll forward or roll backwards. And then I draft out, and the twist travels all the way up, and I'm not having to do anything. It's very easy to control. And it's very, uniform, because you're able to do it as you go. After I get about a yard, I want to wind it on, and it's best to wind diagonally to use up a bunch of yarn. But you want to charge up what you've got on there. Then you want to take your non-drafting hand and pinch off the twist while you draft out, and then let go and let it twist. Draft out, let go, and let the twist travel, and that's what you're doing. You can add some more twist, or charge the line, as I like to call it. And then after it's charged, hang it down there, draft, and let the twist travel, draft, and let the twist travel. Remember, it's your non-drafting hand that's pinching off the twist, so that it won't travel up the line while you're drafting. It is chilly out here today. I had to wear wool because, it's downright cold actually. And being on the lake is nice, but it doesn't keep you warm for sure. This actually goes pretty fast. I will do it full speed for you in a little bit. But right now I'm going to just work on this park and draft method so you can really see how it works through repetition. And of course, here's the key, is when you hook it, you're going to want that 6 inches, 8 inches, or a foot to charge, because that's what's making this work, is the charged yarn that holds the twist for you as you draft up. The longer it is, the more you can charge it, and then the longer distance you can draft after the fact. If this was shorter, it would stop spinning a lot quicker because the tension would build up at a faster rate. course, to spin this, I'm rolling it off the outside of my leg. If you want to talk about ratios, because when dealing with spinning wheels, a lot of people refer to them in ratios. It's a little bit different on a spindle, a drop spindle like this, or a what else do they call it? Because they don't want to call it a drop spindle. I can't remember. Anyways, the ratio is actually the circumference of that rod. So like if this is a 1/4 inch dowel rod, you know, a 1/4 inch times pi would be close to an inch. And then if my hand is 4 inches, when I roll it once with my hand, that's a 4-to-1 ratio that starts it spinning. So that can kind of give you an idea that if you did it at 2 miles an hour, this would actually be spinning in a rotation at 8 miles an hour because of that 4-to-1 ratio. All right, it's time to draft more fiber. Yeah, I want you to know how to do this part so that you don't think, you know, you need cards to start spinning. Cards are nice, and you are going to want to buy a pair when you can afford them, or when you found the pair that you really like. But to begin with, you can really start off with a drop spindle made out of almost anything, and then do your fiber prep by hand. So there's nothing to keep you from starting before you have the resources to really pursue fiber arts for sure. Alright, so now after I've teased it out, I'll just kind of grab this end and grab this end and pull them apart almost like I would do with a deck of cards, where I'm not really pinching all of the fiber all the way across. I'm letting some of it, you know, pull out from between my fingers and such. Then I want my at least 6 inches. I want to build up that spin. Then I'll put it on the side of my leg and I'll draft out. That's kind of charged already, so I'm going to go ahead and draft it out a little bit more to kill some of that twist, and then wind on. Yeah, I need more. You want to make sure that your fiber isn't coming in contact with your string while there's twist being added, because it'll pull it in and meld it together, so you don't want to do that. What did I do here? I honestly believe you can be a fiber artist without ever owning a wheel. I really think that you could do all your work on a drop spindle for sure. A drop spindle and a pair of needles, or a drop spindle and a hook would get you where you were going, and really without a lot of time loss. The more you work with it, the faster you get, and it's a very capable method of spinning fiber. And if you're wearing real wool, don't let it get too close to your jacket while it's twisting either. You saw there that as I was spinning it, it went kind of whopper jaw and started dancing around. That actually killed a lot of my spin on the spindle. If you do it balanced and it sits there and rotates evenly, it'll maintain its momentum for a lot longer. It's not really that big of a deal to me while I'm doing the drop spindle, but maybe as you're doing a heavier weight yarn with a while you're actually walking and drafting, or standing and drafting, instead of just doing this part. Oh, I didn't mean to. I was not intending to do that, but while I was talking about it, I forgot what I was doing. Alright, so now we've got it charged up. We're going to draft some more out. And by the way, this goes much quicker than what you're watching here. That's in an effort to make it more palatable for viewing. Alright, so now I'm going to do the spinning and the drafting at the same time. I'm not going to park the spindle during this part, so I'll want to charge it, and then I'll want to start drafting right away. And again, that 6 inches is important even when you're not doing park and draft, because that's what allows it to charge while you make the transition up here to start drafting the wool. So see, this is still spinning now, and then I'll pull it off and I'll wind it up. Now I want to leave my 6 or 8 inches so that I can charge it, move this hand up here, and start drafting some more. And this method will let you draft really, really fine, because it gives you time to work while the spindle's actually over twisting the point between your drafting hand and where it is spinning. So now you can just pull up like that, grab it, because you want to be able to let the spindle go down and down and down to your feet, but a lot of times that makes the line too long. So if you can learn to butterfly, that's great. If you can't, it's pretty easy to use your elbow to do that trick I just did. Charging the line, getting up here to draft. You see, you got plenty of time to work there. Now it did stop spinning. I want to add more twist again. Draft. Whoop. So what you want to do if you drop it is you want to right off the bat put twist in the part that's still spun. So now that's reinforcing all this, and then as you go back to splice on, it's pretty easy because there's already a good amount of twist in there. I'm going to take it way down this time. So as the spindle drops all the way almost near the ground, then you keep going up higher. And then when you get up here, and it's way down there, that's when you'll need to pull it around behind your elbow so that you can grab it like this and then wind on. And I think if you start with this park and draft, even from not having any ability in spinning, you should be able to move up to this other method, with confidence and speed. It's hard to know for sure, though, because once you learn to spin, it's hard to remember what it was like when you didn't know how to spin. So I don't know how reliable a source people are that, already know how to do it. It's hard for them to put themselves in the position of somebody who isn't already familiar with it. Or at least it is for me. Alright. I think I'll probably just draft this lock as I go, so we don't have to worry about picking the ends apart and doing all that. So I'm going to charge the line, and I'm going to draft. Need to charge the line better on that one. I'm going to let it go down and down and down. So it's approaching the ground at this point, and I want to keep my fingers going up, but I'll actually add a little more twist there with the help of my shoulder so that I can go way up here. And then with my elbow, I'm able to fish it up again and wind it on. I think that's about all I can show you on drop spindles. They do get into different weights and different sizes, but I really don't think that you have to be concerned with that when using this method to begin with. I think anything that you pick up, build, or get lent to you will probably lend itself pretty good to this method. So I hope you enjoyed it.